Today we're going to talk about happiness. Is it a true stress buster? I'm Angela. I am passionate about breaking the stigma of mental health issues among fellow Christians. I'm here to help you live a more purposeful life in your relationship with God and with one another. The other day I got to hear a talk by Counselor Kelsey Hawk about stress and how it affects our lives. She said that stress is actually the process by which we perceive something as overwhelming, and then we assess whether or not we can do something about it. Pretty simple, right? The stress can be positive or negative. For example, if we're getting married and we're in love and we're totally excited about the change in our life, it's still stress. Or we can get in a car accident and it's still stress. Either way, we are experiencing stress and our bodies don't really know the difference between good stress or bad stress. The core issue for us becomes identifying our stress and understanding it and then solving the problems that surround it. And I don't know about you, but I feel like I'm pretty good at identifying my stress. All of us usually are. Oh my gosh, I'm so stressed out. Or understanding our stress, like this is why I'm stressed. But then solving the problems surrounding it is where I feel like I get kind of caught up. And none of us can really, avoid all the stress in our lives. That's pretty much virtually impossible. But we can choose how we respond to that stress. So here are 4 ways, practical ways, we can reduce our stress more effectively, not by removing our circumstances, but by actually framing the way that we approach the situations in our lives. The first one is optimism. That's being optimistic about our past, our present, and our future. So I remember facing, just like one of the most difficult times in my life. And during that time, I received some of the best advice that I still use today. And that advice was, I had a choice about how I was going to think about things. I had power over my thoughts. And so I could get on a train of thought, if I wanted to, that would lead me to despair and discouragement. Or I could turn around and walk away from that train station and walk away from that train of thought, so to speak. It kind of reminds me of the idea that is talked about in Psalm 56:4. I trust in God and I'm not afraid. I praise Him for what He has promised. What can a mere human being do to me? So we are being optimistic about our past, our present, and our future because we can trust in God and not in mere human beings. The second part is relationships. So building strong connections between God and one another is the best way to have a foundation when times are hard. And it can be some of our greatest sources of happiness is in those relationships. In Ecclesiastes 4:9, it says, 2 people are better off than one. They can help each other succeed. Number 3 is meaning. We all need a sense of meaning and purpose in our lives. Romans 8:28 says, and we know that God causes everything to work together for the good of those who love God and are called according to His purpose for them. Number 4 is contribution, using our gifts and talents to help those around us. Hebrews 13:16 says, don't forget to do good and to share with those in need. These are the sacrifices that please God. In the end, we basically get to choose what we're going to focus on. And although stress might be unavoidable, we have the opportunity to choose happiness and joy in the middle of difficult times. So what are your stress busters? I would love to hear from you. Comment in the notes below and just let me know about it. I just can't wait to connect with you. So please subscribe to more videos. I'll be sharing some great tips and encouragement, whether you're struggling with mental illness or have a loved one who is. I'll see you next time. I'm Angela. I am passionate about breaking the stigma of mental health issues among fellow Christians. I'm here to help you live a more purposeful life in your relationship with God and with one another.